Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick from Soho Motorsports, and we've got Lowell's 2008 Infiniti G37 Coupe manual transmission, fast intentions twin turbo kit. We upgraded the oil gallery gaskets, put it back on the rollers. Let's talk about how it made almost 580 wheel on pump gas. All right, all in the pursuit of making horsepower, and that's what this vehicle is. He came in, did a base on the vehicle. It was on up rev. It put down 425 wheel and 450 foot-pounds of torque on 12 pounds. So I'll put up the graph so you can see how it looks. This is where we started. So we have a baseline, we have a foundation. Now we can see how much more we can pick up on this vehicle. The Fast Intentions Twin Turbo kit is a great kit. Stage 1 kit is going to be the kit that most enthusiasts will go with. It's got the small disco potato turbos on it. It's going to come in, it's going to hit hard, and then it's going to carry a little bit. Not all the way to redline because it is a smaller turbo, so you tend to see these things kind of fall off on the top end. So let's discuss what went into this particular vehicle and what we did when the vehicle was here. So the number one thing that I always talk about is going to be the oil gallery gaskets, and this vehicle did have some blown out oil gallery gaskets. As you can see, it was definitely blown out. And so good thing we did this before getting on the dyno, because typically the main reason these things will tend to fail, they lose oil pressure. You lose oil pressure is like losing blood pressure. You lose blood pressure in your body, you die. And so the same thing with this thing. Basically, when you lose oil pressure on these things from the gallery gases being blown out, especially when you add forced induction to it, these things will fail. They'll fail towards the back end of the motor. And so that's usually where we'll see these things fail. So now that the oil gallery gaskets were done, we upgraded the clutch system on it. We went with the Z1 clutch kit on this vehicle, upgraded everything so that way he can handle it. It's going to be there's 6-puck, so it can handle the torque, it can handle the power. It's going to be able to do everything that it needs to do in regards to putting down the power on this vehicle. So after all of that was done, we put it all back together, got it on the rollers. The other thing that we did as well too is prior to it going on the rollers, this is an 08 G37. It is a manual. So we upgraded to the 09 Plus ECU so that we can incorporate EcuTech on this vehicle. EcuTech is a far more superior program in regards to force induction. There are a lot more safeties that are involved in the actual programming of the EcuTech software. So 09 ECU allowed us to also incorporate a boost solenoid into the ECU to allow us to control boost via the solenoid, via the EcuTech software. And so obviously we can do all of that through the EcuTech software, and it also makes it to where we can put this vehicle on full speed density. If you've ever driven a vehicle that was on MAF and you ever driven a vehicle that's on speed density, night and day difference. So usually that's what we'll do. 09 ECU, speed density. This also has the capability of doing flex fuel if you want to do flex fuel. He did not want to do flex fuel this go around. We upgraded the injectors, 1050s, and also did the 340 fuel pump, which is going to be the standard setup as far as fueling for any forced induction on a VHR to get you close to that 600 wheel mark. That's what he was shooting for. So let's talk about exactly what kind of power it put down once we got it on the rollers with EcuTech software. So we did 2 maps. First map is going to be his 10-pound map. It put down 513 wheel and 421 foot-pounds of torque. So as you can already see, we've already picked up 100 wheel from the baseline, and we're 2 pounds below what it came in on baseline. Second map is going to be his high boost map on pump gas. 13 PSI, put down 579 and 451 foot-pounds of torque. One thing that you will see is we kept the torque low. When he first came in, he put down 450 foot-pounds of torque. Leaving on his high boost map, he's going to be making around 451 foot-pounds of torque. The rule of thumb is always going to be this. You want to have 400 foot-pounds of torque for a DE, 500 foot-pounds of torque for a HR, and then like 580 for a VHR foot-pounds of torque. That's going to be your rule of thumb in regards to pushing the limits on these vehicles, because the rods will tend to fail at those particular levels that we've seen based on our experience. So that's going to be something to always keep in mind when you're tuning these vehicles. If we were to do E85, this car probably would have made 650 wheel. We would have kept the torque where it needed to be at, and this thing is going to be a riot. So we're going to go for a ride with Justin in this vehicle, see what it does on pump gas, and let's talk about it later. So we're in Lowell's G37 sedan or manual coupe, not a sedan, 2-door, fast attention stage 1 kit. Nice gloomy day in North Carolina, so we'll give it a rip here in map 2, which is a 570 map. It's very spicy. Stage 1 turbos are going to be a small disco potato turbo, so they come in real hard, and like I said earlier, they'll fall off up top. So we'll see what we got here.
This is that setup that doesn't make the crazy high numbers at the very top, but the power band is very wide, so it's a lot of fun to drive.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna enjoy that. From 425 wheel to almost 580. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that shifter is a little loosey goosey. Might check that.
Yeah.
Might need a bushing kit or something in it.
Yeah. I mean, it's an 08, so it's got some wear and tear on it.
Which is all good. It's happy to see him out here still running, man.
100%. So the EcuTech on board, like I said earlier, so it makes it drive like a dream, and then you can't tell it's boosted until you actually get into the gas pedal, and then you really know it's boosted. So yeah,
about to say it was rolling tires pretty hard in second. Which, I mean, it's the torque delivery on this one. So
yeah.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, there it is.
That was regularly scheduled programming.
Nice country road, so a few pools for him. So this is a nice little setup here.
One thing that'll trip you out, y'all know if you ever watch our videos, usually the cars, the exhaust note, all that stuff is very, very obvious. This car is whisper quiet.
Like you can hear us have a conversation here.
That's one of my immediate things with this, and that's something that twin turbo cars always have done well, which is be really, really quiet for how fast and aggressive they are and how fast power comes on. So I mean, yeah, this setup's pretty low key and it's pretty killer. Like on the outside, it's got some nice modifications done. It's on a really nice set of coilovers and wheels. But I mean, as far as like anybody expecting this car to make the kind of power it does, just from the way it sounds, you never know until it's too late.
100%. 100%. So he'll definitely appreciate this here. So once again, we appreciate you trusting us with your vehicle in this build. And if you guys get the subscribe button below, we'll catch you on the next one.